this. Hello everybody, I'm Steffan Soule and I'm here with the mDeck. Some people call it the mDeck, I call it the mDeck. This is my mDeck and it's in order now. This one is in order. I just used one up. I used it up and it's spent, completely spent. And I used it up and now I got to put it in order again. So to put it in order again, I have to put it in this order. Yulia, would you like to know how this is done?
Yes.
Come forward here, stand right. You got to stand very, very close. So close that you can be seen in this area here. Mm-hmm. Now, this here was the one we just used, where I won the poker game. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to set that one aside because it's not in order. So the first thing I did is I memorized this deck. So name any card. Not the Ace of Hearts, though.
King of Hearts.
King of Hearts. King of Hearts would be 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34.
You just memorized by heart everything.
Excuse me. Say that again?
You memorized everything by heart, like which card corresponds to which number. From like 1 to 50.
Mm-hmm. So now, like if you name any card again, just a random card.
9 of spades.
Okay, that's 12. Now I know that, but what if I want to do the most famous card trick of all, which is any card at any number? So the spectator names any card, and then another spectator names any number. How about you over there, sir?
4.
4. Okay. 12. What's 12? Take away, 9 or 8, right? 3, 6, 7, 8. So if I were to take that away, the 9 of spades, if it was 12, would be at 4. You see what I'm saying? So I couldn't do that in my mind. I was not able to do that math in my mind. So I created an app for myself, which is here, and the people who watch this channel know about this app, and it's here. And I go to the end here, and I do a couple things to get to the right menu for the any card at any number portion of it. And they pick a card. You said 9. What was yours? 9 of spades? Mm-hmm. And then he said 4, but let's say it was, well, let's do 4. And then yes, and then you tap 3 times and it tells you what card has to be on the bottom. For this to be at 4.
Oh.
Which is really smart, because it saves me a lot of energy, right?
Wow.
I don't have to do the math in my head. So let's say 9 of spades at 45, which is, no, let's not do so long. It takes too long. How about 21, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, tap, 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 secret, right? So the secret was the 8 of spades has to be on the bottom. For the 8 of spades is on the bottom now, right? Mm-hmm. For the 9 of spades to be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Ah. Wow.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
So I'm using the computer now to give us a beautiful, simple, now we all smile. And watch what happens now. I can send that to the person.
That's nice.
Yeah, right?
I like that.
Yeah. It's really a fun way for magicians to promote themselves, if they can do this. This is hard to do.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I couldn't memorize, or some people, I couldn't figure out this math in my head quickly enough for live shows, so I decided to write a program.
But
That's
so
what this is.
in a live show, you have the app with you?
Yeah, on that one trick, just that one, which I haven't shown you yet. Yeah. And then there's more that the app does, but that was only because I needed it for this. So then I thought, well, is there any more it can do? And so then I just figured out what more it could do. So like if anybody takes a card now, they take that card, let's just say, and if I go like this through the deck here, and I tap a certain card, it's going to show me that card.
How?
I'll show you. So, this, remember I memorized it? So when I put that down,
Yeah.
it belongs here, right?
Yeah.
Now if I go like that, it now belongs here or here, right? So this one was touching it, right?
Yeah.
So if you've memorized it, you know that this is 15 and this is 16, right? Or if that is 15, that is 16, right?
Yeah.
So then you turn it over and there it is, 16. Now, how would I know that? With the app, I would go to 10 of diamonds, right? Tap and boom. So then they tap this and it's going to be this. They tap this, it's going to be that. And you just keep going until you have no cards left, and then you're in the right order.
Wow.
And you got to do all 52. But I memorized them, so I don't need this.
So you do all of this?
I do all this in my head,
Wow.
except for the one thing, which is what card needs to be on the bottom, so that whatever card you name, at whatever number you name, is there. And that's called any card at any number. So that's one thing. Then when I'm done with this little bit here.
Theoretically, how much mental math is required for that? Like, could you memorize it theoretically?
Come closer, so say that again.
So how much mental math is required for that one trick? Is it like, because 52, you could imagine 52 minus 4, you just know that. 52 minus 5, you know that. 52 minus 6. Like, could you memorize all of those?
Yes, you could do this without my app, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
And some people do, but I've tried it. It's hard. In live shows, I wasn't really able to every time manifest that math while I'm continuing to keep it good, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Can you explain the order of these cards?
yes. So the order here
Yeah.
is the routine I did for you with the 10 of clubs and the pokers and all that. This is that. But
So how do I don't understand where this order of cards comes from?
my work. This is my work.
So you put
I did this, yeah.
in the beginning of every trick, you put the cards in this order.
Yes, you start with this exact order.
This exact order.
This exact order.
And that's what the app is designed to start with.
Yes. The app has 6 different decks. This is one of the 6
One
decks.
of the 6 to keep people on their toes.
No, because there's other decks. See, I've got 6 of them here.
I see.
And the people who watch this channel know a little bit about this, and they're learning. Stay Stack is one of the best. Stebbins, you might remember, but Mulholland, Jackass 8 Live Queen, you remember. Tamarez is the most famous one, and then there's 2 of mine. One is this. The other one is this shuffled twice. Well, let me show you. That one shuffled twice gets me into a... See, this one looks completely mixed up. There's no part of this deck that I'm embarrassed to show. It looks shuffled.
It does.
There's only one spot here, and it doesn't matter. It's right in this area, but it doesn't matter. Let's go back so people can see that.
There's 3 aces close to each other, but that's barely, I mean, that could happen randomly.
Yeah, it can't totally. Yeah, in fact, if there's not something like that,
Yeah.
that's actually worse, in a way, if you're really talking randomness. But anyway, this deck, if I shuffle it now twice, like this, perfectly like that.
Wait, is it each card between each card?
Yeah, let's take a look here. That's called a Pharaoh shuffle. See? Every card
In between each card.
is in between each card. That's hard to do,
I see.
but I made this deck so that I could do one of those, because it's so impressive to see one of those right before that whole routine, you know?
Yeah.
But I do 2 of them because,
Because it's
more
impossible.
impressive.
No one's going to believe that the deck can be rigged if you do 2 shuffles like that.
Wow.
and these cards that I'm using right now aren't actually Pharaoh Abel cards, unfortunately. I picked a bad deck. So I would never use this particular deck. That's why I used the red one.
What's the difference? I don't understand. What makes the cards variable or not?
That's a really good question, but it's such a complicated answer. I can't. But anyway, I did one. Finally got it here. Look. Here, let's do. I know. Let's do. Stay there, everybody. Let's get in there really nice and show that. It's really shuffled, you know. I love that because it. And then you can cut, and it looks like you've just messed up the whole deck, right?
So how do you make sense of it?
Well, I programmed it so that this is now the stack that I use for that whole demonstration. The entire demonstration I gave you earlier this evening that led to my showing you how it's actually done was using this, what's called stack. This is a stack. And I'm going to run through it very quickly right now. So you name a number from 10 to 20. I've shuffled. We've done a whole bunch of things before this that make you think it's all mixed up. Then I shuffle really strong shuffles, Pharaoh shuffles. And then you name a number. Let's say you name what? 16, 13, whatever.
16.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now most magicians would stop there, but I like to take your numbers 1 and 6 and go that much further. So that's 7. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take a look at your card. Don't tell me what it is. And come a little closer to me so Mati can come in here. A little bit too. Come close as you can. 16. I put it there. And then I go like this. Then I take 2 cards and I cut them to the bottom by going like this. You could just put them on the bottom. You could just take 2 cards and go to the bottom. It doesn't matter. Then it's ready for TENCLUBS. That finds their card and it highlights the 10 of clubs.
Wait, I missed it. How did you get to the 10s here, and how did you get those 10s?
Because remember in the beginning I stacked my deck
Yeah,
and then I shuffled them into another stack,
yeah.
and that stack allowed me to do this.
Oh,
The
So
order,
is-
the order
is-
was exact.
Is it always the 10 of clubs?
Yes,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you come every frigging night to see me,
Yeah.
you're not going to be happy
That's
unless I do
all
a
it
different
takes.
routine every
Yeah,
night,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But theoretically, you could make a different deck that's optimized to the 5 of spades.
You could,
Yeah,
you could,
yeah,
And if I did have a close-up theater in every night, I would do this every night until I found that it didn't work anymore because
Yeah.
too many people were
Too many
shouting the
people, you know.
Rocky Horror Picture Show kind of style, you know.
But how did you make her pick the 10 of clubs?
Ah,
again?
well, that's a mathematical thing where when you take 1 and 6 and go 7 more, you're going backwards into her 16. So you're
Yeah.
always going to the 9th or the 10th. I think it's the 10th card.
Mm.
It's mathematical. And then I
Oh.
take this. Yeah.
Wait, so if she goes 20,
She can't because I say between 10 and 20.
so if you do
And
19,
if she says 10, I say between 10. If she says 19, it works.
yeah,
11 works.
because it's always 10.
Right.
It always ends up at
Always
it's
ends
the
up.
illusion of choice.
It's the illusion of choice. The
Yeah.
illusion of choice.
Yeah.
And then this is an illusion of a mistake. This should be an ace. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. There's the ace. And then this is, bad to finish that way. So we made them all 4s.
Yep.
Yeah. Now we're ready for a second routine. This is called further than that. And it was invented by a person named Harry Lorraine. The next part now from right here till we're ready is me. Okay. But I had to come in here and figure out to put this here. That just went from the top to here. That's all I did. This goes there. This is easy magic. That's partly why it's so useful for people to study this, because it's the best card magic you can
Doesn't
do.
look easy at all, but okay.
Right, but it's technically easy to do.
Okay.
Now, the one other thing I have to do is cut at the 9 of hearts
So you've just picked the 4 aces out of the deck.
Yeah.
Now. Okay.
in front of the audience.
In front of the
And
audience.
put
yeah,
the
yeah.
10 of spades somewhere in
And
between.
right. You got it. And I bend this just a tiny bit. Now, I tell the people that I cut to here, because the order depends now on it being cut at that point. It's very complicated. To have come up with this order is phenomenal, okay? But the 2 routines that made me combine them into this order are even more phenomenal. And those were invented by other people, right? But I had to figure out how to put them together. So now I tell the audience that you have to do this shuffle. And Vernon, who created this next routine, called it the Hey-Mo Shuffle. The Hey-Mo Shuffle. Hey-Mo Shuffle meant pretty much nothing. It's just a funny word. Okay, so then you put 3 on top, 1 on the bottom, and you count 11. You put them on top. Then you go 1 minus the number of players. That's 4. You throw them on the bottom. Now this is just stacking the deck. Exactly like how I'm telling you, 1 and then 5. So like you were telling me earlier with your neuroscience, if you can have a process like this and use your motor cortex and your cerebellum, you can.
What happened there?
Oh, I cut the deck.
I see.
Right. You got to cut at this bent card here. So when the deck is like that, you have to look for it and then cut there.
Ah,
Or you could look for it like this. You could go like this. If you're new at magic, you can just go, okay, I'm going to cut the deck, somewhere about there, And then I get the ace every time because of the counting that I just showed you. But remember how the deck was stacked from the beginning?
yeah.
The next half of the routine is ready to go right now. It's all in order right here. And if you've been following this, you would not think this is in order,
It's true.
even while I'm explaining this. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's really amazing. But you have to be in a... So this is actually a good hand here, but I pretend like it's not. So These aren't very good hands. A pair of fours. Nothing here. No matter what it is, I say it's bad. Just like some politicians we know. You know, there were 3 tens earlier. That was bad because you don't want 3 tens. So you want something bad. So there it is. They're all bad. But this is the undealt portion. I can't deal with those. I can deal with these, but not with the aces. So how am I going to get a good hand with no aces? It's not going to be very easy. Here, they have to go on top, and I have to deal from the top. But this, I'm not doing anything now. I make it different audiences. I play a different way. Sometimes I might say, does it look like I'm dealing from the top? Sometimes I might say something else. But we got to do 5 to
How the
each.
5 times 25 gets you to the back half of the deck
Yeah,
that you cut to, yeah.
yeah. I'm done now. I was done before I dealt.
So it's
It's-
important to make sure that when you put them back, the ace of spades is on the top,
On the top, which becomes the
which
fourth
becomes
one.
the fourth one.
Right. So now remember this, the flush.
Yeah.
Remember this, the 2 pairs. And this is the 4 twos. And they were all in my original 52 cards that I memorized.
Wow.
Okay? And now this is a pair of jacks. He should get out of the game. And then we have what was dealt to the honest dealer. And I show this one card and I go like this, just so I can quickly get it. Later, he bets a lot, turns in, and of course that's already there.
Oh.
This one is already there. That's the bent one, so I unbend it as I flip it over. Why not?
Of course.
Why not take out the evidence?
The one tail, yeah.
The one tell. Sometimes I leave those face up, sometimes I turn them down, but here are the aces, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And that's the ace of spades. So that gives me, the honest dealer, the one card I need to win all the money on the table.
Wow.
And that is the entire routine with some extra stuff relating to my app. Because the app and the routine go together, but you can do just the app or just this routine. So
That's insane.
it's
And
insane.
it finishes on the ace of spades, which is, you got to.
Yeah.
Classic, yeah. Yeah,
It's pretty much the best card magic I've ever seen myself,
yeah.
and not many people do it.
And
And
the
I put them
reveal,
together, and
everyone finishes with a hand that they're like, I'm going to smoke everyone else at this table.
right,
Right.
each person
Every
is going to
single person
win.
finishes with such a strong hand. It's great.
So stay right there.
I don't feel any wiser.
I know, isn't that great though?
It's crazy.
Yeah, there is no
The
little gimmick.
memorizing all of this and doing this whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So what do you think about memory and neurology? Like, is there anything there? Can this be beneficial scientifically for people?
Of course, I think there have been a lot of studies that actually show that when you engage in a lot of this kind of activities, when you memorize things a lot during your lifetime, it makes the dementia probability much lower.
Oh,
So that's great.
So we could lower dementia by practicing this magic effect.
Yeah, the probability of getting dementia, yeah.
The probability of getting dementia goes down when you learn this.
Yep, totally.
Totally. Awesome.
Wow.
Stay with me here because we're going to play ourselves out with a little, which one do we want to do? Here we go. Which one is, so I did a good start. Huh. I thought it's been so long since I've done this. I'm going to go to another spot here. There we go. I got it. So we're going to head this stream out. We've been on the air for 24 minutes. And we've cured dementia, maybe, or at least given a probability of diminishing it.
It's true.
And we had a good time
Oh, yeah.
doing magic. We love magic.
Wow.
So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video.
This is the mDeck series with professional magician Steffan Soule. Please check our video playlist for the next, or for related videos in this series. Follow us at www.steffansoule.com.